Life is precious, whether it's a squirrel or a human being. This was said by the Reverend Richard Lopez in the 2011 documentary Into the Abyss. I believe I am credible in the subject of the death penalty because I have spent several hours researching and I have watched a documentary in its entirety. The death penalty should not be used as a punishment because it is immoral, hard to witness, and expensive. First, I will state why the death penalty is immoral. Second, I will relate what some people have said after witnessing the execution of death row inmates. Lastly, I will demonstrate just how expensive it is to have the death penalty as the punishment. The death penalty is immoral. The American Civil Liberties Union said, "In a civilized society, we reject the principle of literally doing to the criminals what they have done to their victims. We should not, therefore, punish the murderer with death." John Deere, a Jesuit priest from the Society of Jesus, said, "We, like Jesus, should feel free to side with the condemned, forgive those who hurt us, and in this way put an end to the wheel of violence that keeps going around." It is hard to witness a person die, regardless of their crimes. Fred Allen, former captain of the Death House team at Huntsville, Texas, said, "Nobody has the right to take another life. I don't care if it's a law." He said this in an interview with Werner Herzog in the 2011 documentary Into the Abyss. Lisa Stotler-Ballin, daughter and sister of murdered family members, said this when she was at the execution of Michael Perry. "He was just a boy lying on that gurney." Michael Perry killed 3 people, 2 of which were related to Lisa Stotler-Ballin. It is expensive to carry out the death penalty. Lance Lindsay of the Death Penalty Focus said, "To spend so many millions of dollars on such a small number of capital trials really doesn't make much sense." I will now explain this poster, which although I know no one can really see, I'll send a picture of it later in Moodle. According to the New Centennial's investigation in California, $7.4 billion was the budget of the California Corrections Department in the years 2006 through 2007. The average cost of 11 executions was $250 million in the period of 27 years, which equates to over $22 million per execution. There were 645 inmates on death row. The cost of death penalty to taxpayers is $114 million annually. $34,150 is the average annual cost of housing an inmate in the California State Prison. 9,000 is the average number of pages of court transcript in capital cases. The cost of lethal injection chemicals is $200. The average age at time of execution is 49 years of age. 33 death row inmates have died of natural causes. The average time spent on death row is 17.5 years. And 13 inmates have been executed in California since the year 1978. In conclusion, the death penalty should not be used as a punishment because it is immoral, hard to witness, and costly. However, life without parole provides swift, severe, and certain punishment. If you are ever called to be a juror and asked to choose a punishment between death and a life sentence, choose life sentence. According to the NBCNews.com, Gordon Ramsay Steedle, who was wrongfully accused of a double murder in 1986, said, "If you really want to kill someone, give them life without parole. It is worse than dying."